Kyrie Irving, genius or distraction? The NBA's most polarizing star, Kyrie Irving, is one of the most enigmatic figures in the modern era of the NBA.
Irving again, oohs and ahs from the crowd, manages to get the ball back, putting on a show with a ball handling, layup and good!
A point guard with poetry in his dribble, a champion with one of the most iconic shots in finals history, and a thinker who isn't afraid to stand alone, even when it cost him. He's been hailed as a basketball genius by fans and peers alike, yet he's also drawn sharp criticism for actions that some view as erratic or divisive. One moment, he's dazzling defenders with an ankle-breaking crossover. The next, he's off the court for reasons that have nothing to do with injuries. The debate rages. Is Kyrie Irving a misunderstood genius, or is he the ultimate distraction in the NBA? But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. Now, let's get started. Early days, a star in the making, born in Melbourne, Australia, and raised in West Orange, New Jersey, Kyrie's basketball destiny seemed inevitable. His father, Kyrie Irving, was a professional player himself. From a young age, Kyrie displayed extraordinary skill and composure on the court. By the time he arrived at Duke University in 2010, he was already a projected NBA lottery pick. Although his college career was cut short due to a toe injury, his brilliance in just 11 games was enough for the Cleveland Cavaliers to select him as the #1 overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft. From the jump, Irving made it clear he was no ordinary rookie. In his debut season, he averaged 18.5 points and 5.4 assists per game, earning him the Rookie of the Year award. But this was just the beginning. Cleveland, the shot that changed everything. While the Cavaliers were rebuilding in the wake of LeBron James' departure to Miami, Kyrie was developing into one of the most electric guards in the league. His dribbling skills bordered on supernatural. His ability to finish at the rim with either hand through contact over taller defenders was something the league hadn't seen in a long time. But everything changed in 2014 when LeBron James returned to Cleveland. At first, there were doubts about whether Kyrie could coexist with such a dominant presence. Those doubts evaporated in 2016. That year, the Cavaliers pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history, coming back from a 3-1 deficit against the 73-win Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. And it was Kyrie who delivered the dagger. With less than a minute remaining in Game 7, he stepped back over Stephen Curry and drained a cold-blooded three. That shot sealed Cleveland's first championship in franchise history and cemented Irving's place in basketball lore. It was the kind of moment most players dream of. For Kyrie, it was only part of the story. Boston and Brooklyn. Talent meets turmoil. After winning the title in 2016, Kyrie made a stunning request he wanted out of Cleveland. Despite being on a contending team, despite playing alongside LeBron, he wanted to be the leader of his own squad. He was traded to the Boston Celtics in 2017. Initially, the move looked promising. Kyrie played exceptional basketball, averaging over 24 points per game. But the Celtics, filled with young rising stars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, had chemistry issues that Kyrie couldn't smooth over. During the 2018 playoffs, Kyrie was injured while the young Celtics team pushed to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without him. When he returned the next season, expectations were sky-high. But team cohesion crumbled. Boston was eliminated in the second round, and questions about Kyrie's leadership began to intensify. He left Boston in free agency and teamed up with Kevin Durant in Brooklyn, aiming to build something new. Soon after, James Harden joined them, forming what was supposed to be an unstoppable trio. But reality had other plans. Between injuries, Harden's quick exit, and Kyrie's decisions regarding vaccinations during the COVID-19 pandemic, the team never reached its potential. Irving's refusal to take the COVID-19 vaccine sidelined him for large portions of the 2021-22 season due to New York City mandates. His stance drew both admiration and backlash. Some called it a brave act of standing by his beliefs. Others saw it as a selfish move that hurt team chemistry and title hopes. The Brooklyn experiment eventually imploded. Durant left for Phoenix. Kyrie was traded to Dallas in 2023, and once again, questions followed him. Dallas Mavericks. Reinvention or repetition? Pairing up with Luka Doncic in Dallas brought a new chapter for Kyrie. On paper, it was another dynamic duo. Luka, the cerebral playmaker, and Kyrie, the magician with the ball. At first, it seemed like another mismatch of talent with little chemistry. The Mavs missed the playoffs in their first season together, sparking criticism about Kyrie's fit with the team and his long-term future. But in the 2024-25 season, the narrative began to shift. Kyrie re-signed with the Mavericks and embraced a more mature leadership role. He helped stabilize the team's locker room, mentored young players, and became more consistent on the court. The Mavericks became a Western Conference contender, and Kyrie was once again playing all-star level basketball. His performances in clutch situations reminded fans of his Cleveland days. He hit game winners, orchestrated dazzling offensive stretches, and re-established himself as one of the most unstoppable scorers in the league. But as always, his off-court personality continued to dominate headlines. Controversies and convictions. Kyrie's off-court controversies have been many and varied. He's made headlines for calling the earth flat, for posting controversial content on social media, and for long unexplained absences from his team. He has also had public conflicts with the media, including a refusal to speak during press conferences. Yet, Kyrie is not some reckless celebrity chasing chaos. He's deeply philosophical, often quoting authors, spiritual leaders, and historical figures. He donates millions to charity, supports social justice initiatives, and even bought a house for George Floyd's family. In 2020, he committed over $1.5 million to support WNBA players who opted out of their season. These contradictions define Kyrie Irving. For every headline that paints him as a distraction, there's another showing his compassion and activism. It begs the question, should athletes be judged solely by their performance, or does their personal life and belief system matter just as much? A genius on the court. Regardless of the noise, Kyrie's skill set remains one of the most beautiful spectacles in basketball. His handle is arguably the greatest in NBA history. Legends like Allen Iverson and Jamal Crawford have praised his ball control. His finishing ability at the rim, particularly against big men, is a light. He combines creativity, footwork, and finesse in ways few players can replicate. He's a career 23-plus points per game scorer, a 7-time All-Star, an All-NBA selection, and an Olympic gold medalist. But unlike some of his peers, he doesn't play for accolades. He plays for personal expression. For Kyrie, basketball is art. Every dribble, every step-back jumper, every no-look pass, it's a canvas for his creativity. The NBA's most polarizing star. Polarizing might be the perfect word for Kyrie Irving. For every fan who worships his skill and individuality, there's another who questions his consistency and commitment to the team. Some NBA executives view him as a risk, while others see him as the kind of talent that can change a franchise overnight. He's not afraid to be different, and in a league that increasingly values conformity to systems, media protocols, and team branding, Kyrie's refusal to play by the rules makes him stand out for better or worse. He's complicated, layered, and unapologetically human. He frustrates coaches, inspires fans, and confounds analysts. But whether you love him or can't figure him out, one thing is certain: Kyrie Irving is impossible to ignore. Legacy. What will be remembered? As Kyrie continues his career into his 30s, the debate about his legacy intensifies. Is he a misunderstood genius whose individual brilliance was held back by systems that didn't understand him? Or is he a player who let personal beliefs and off-court drama overshadow his immense talent? Maybe he's both. Kyrie Irving will likely never be a player with clean, simple narratives. His story is one of contradictions: a player who hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history, but also requested trades from title contenders. A player with one of the highest basketball IQs who sometimes seems uninterested in basketball politics. A teammate praised toward his generosity and questioned for his absences. In many ways, Kyrie reflects a broader cultural moment where individuality clashes with structure, where mental health is talked about more openly, and where athletes are no longer content to shut up and dribble. He is, without a doubt, one of the most interesting players to ever step foot on an NBA court. Is Kyrie Irving a misunderstood genius or a talented distraction? We want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the most fascinating stories in basketball. Whether you love Kyrie or question his choices, one thing is clear: his story is far from over, and the next chapter could be his most important yet.